Hey guys, this is Trina. Just wanted to come in and show you what I've been working on. This is about tape number 11 on this video. I've got a new gooseneck and a new camera, and it is really giving me trouble. It's been taking it sideways, backwards, and so I'm hoping I have this fixed. Anyway, wanted to kind of show you the journal that I'm working on. I started out with, most of the time I do my stuff in shabby chic pinks colors. So it always comes out that way, just pink, blues, or more browns and, the older stuff. And for some reason, I really found this paper pad I like that had these turquoises and kind of a rust in it. So I went with it, and then this little girl has really inspired the whole journal, and I'll show you why in just a second. This video can only be 15 minutes. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would really appreciate you doing it. I'm trying to get to 1,000. Anybody that you know of that likes this kind of thing, if you could share with them to come like it and subscribe to it, so that we will be able to, I forgot to open that I will be able to go on live videos, because I was hoping to do videos that I can show you how I make different things, and it's hard to do it on the 15-minute time slot. So anyway, this one has a 2-part cover, so you can tell this opens. And the reason why is because of her. I have a real locket here. I've got a tin heart here, and this is just corrugated cardboard that I've used. And the top flips open, so that is the cover. It's a 2-part cover. The reason why is because of this postcard. This postcard says September 1910, and it actually came from Denison, Texas, which is not far from me, and it went to Ohio. And it's pretty interesting. It looks like a young boy writing maybe to an aunt or somebody. He just says he hopes they're well. He was going to school this year, and he wanted to graduate, but his papa wouldn't let him go back to school. So he decided that he was going to try to finish, and he was going to go to college later. So anyway, he talks about all that. But I thought she was really cute. But her dress for 1910 looks a little boho, but it does meet the period area that they had. And so I wanted to use both, and I couldn't get this on the front cover. So I decided to make thus the cover that has a flip to it. So the cover has a 2-part. And over here it's just got some old stamps and things. And so this has the old lace that I use, because I do use a lot of high and low for different kind of old stuff. I like to use the vintage things, not new things in my journal. And I have tons of stuff that I have from family heirlooms and things that are decaying, so now I will cut them apart. If they're like this piece here was completely just tattering, and so I don't want to waste them. I want to keep them, so I'm using them in journals. This was a piece of a pillowcase. This actually is relatives. You can tell that I've just glued that down, just kept the picture. It's kind of glossy. Then I've just put some little bits on it, put the old lace on it, stamped this. But this also is a flip, it opens. So this is how it started, with the time as an illusion from that paper pad. This is a very old doily I have in here. And then to keep with the time, the old time, past time is kind of what I'm going with. I've sewed around everything. I put a time card, I just cut it in half. And I put some old laces, and these are old trims. This came off. This is actually the seam, you can see, of an old dress, a really old dress. And so the time card opens. It has just some decoupage in here, but it also has some journaling spots here. And I'm trying to put a lot of journaling spots in here, because this actual journal is all cloth. It is a flour sack. I took a flour sack and bleached it. This is a flip out, I'll show you. So all these pages, most of them are all the flour sack. And then this one actually opens up. It undoes, and I'll have stuff on front and back. It has a pocket here that I sewed, and then it also has a secret pocket over here that nobody would know you had anything in if you wouldn't put it in there. You could just shove it all the way in there, cut it off. We'll decorate this up. That's what I'm hoping to do in some of the other videos with you, is finish this up. But anyway, it's a flour sack, and so I am trying to make some journaling spots, because I don't know if I told you, this one is for sale, and I want people to have places to write. So after you open that, then this is just a bag that is made out of tracing paper. And I just took the tracing paper, ripped it to make the rugged edges, sewed it, made an envelope, but then decided to put the envelope, I flapped it over backwards because I wanted some more journaling spaces. So I put some paper in here. You can journal here. This is also a place that you can journal. This is also tracing paper. I put white paper in it, stitched it, inked it, and then this is actually a really, really old envelope. You can tell where it used to flip down. Well, I unglued it because the glue was coming apart, and most of all, this is the color that it used to be, except I inked right here and then I stamped. That way you have a full page that you can journal on, also in here and on the backs. This is actually a journaling card from the paper pad. And so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places that you can journal there. And then this is actually just out of a file folder. It is flowers out of my garden, just stitched it up, inked it. You can write on the back if you want. But the main thing was I wanted a pocket here for you to be able to put any keepsakes or letters or notes that you want to write, or journaling papers that you have. This is also a really old doily that I cut up in some old lace. I think that piece of lace there, this little piece, is off of an old wedding dress. And then this is just a flip that I've made, just so you have more writing space. You can do front and back. And so you have a lot of writing space in there. And then this was just like a half a page there, so I put a little turn thing there. And then here, I wanted to make a pocket where you could stick your own papers in. This came off of a really old tablecloth. I found this magnificent tablecloth that was actually made of, it has to be thousands. It's the biggest tablecloth I've ever seen. But it's made out of all these little circles. And I have started cutting them because I used it for a long time, and then it started ripping and tearing. So I'm cutting them up and using them to preserve them. But there's another relative, don't know who it was, came out of my grandmother's scrapbook. She didn't have a name on it. So I've just glued it to here. I did take a copy so that we have it. And so that's the old piece. And then here, this is a really old lace that I'm using. I'm almost out of it. It's something I ripped off of an old collar off of a dress, a very old dress. And I love this, and I'm almost out, and it makes me sad, but I did put it here on this. And this, I'm going to turn this way, actually this way. And it also, it's just it came out of the paper pad. And it's going to have, it has a little book in here that I'm trying to finish. I'm just going to put some papers, sew it down the middle. It'll have more papers in it, and you'll be able to journal in a little booklet. It's going to go in here. And then this is just junk paper, just scrap paper I cut off of something. And you can do front and back. I stamped it with a little key. But there's plenty of room in here for you to put other stuff that you want, keepsakes, letters, whatever. Mementos. And so that will go there, and it will flip. So really, that's about it. I've got, like, that one's got a pocket. I fixed some envelopes. I'm going to do a pocket out of this. I love this card. I'm going to put it here, sew it down, and then put a pocket through here, and then probably put some old lace. But I have lots of wedding dress stuff that, old wedding dresses that had to be saved, so I've cut them up. And like, I'll probably put this somewhere on one of these and make a pocket here and then fix up the page. I've also done some tissue paper envelopes. This is Tim's Holtz tissue, and I've taken old lace and trims and things, strings, whatever. And this one opens up here. And so I will put it somewhere. And then this one also. And it'll have stuff in it. So somewhere I'll use these. I don't know what else I have. I have a couple of, got this really cool tag. But anyway, I've got some chenille that I'm going to use in it. And probably make a pocket or maybe another flip page. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, it's a little bit different for me. And I've got stuff all over my desk because I don't know what I'm doing. But I appreciate you coming and watching. For those of you that are mothers, I hope you have a blessed, happy Mother's Day tomorrow. And that you will come back and craft with me. Hopefully I'll do some videos while I'm doing it so that you can watch me. And then I'll do a final flip through when I'm completely done. So please subscribe to my channel. Push the little like button. And I thank you again. And have a great weekend. Bye, guys.